Hey everyone. I was recently contacted by the guys at SHTFPrepare about a flashlight they have available, and they wanted me to do a review on it. My first impressions with this is that it was pretty cool. It's got a lot of different options, great for bug out bags, your vehicles, put it in your glove box, put it in your middle console. It's got a solar panel, so it will actually charge via solar, as well as the USB adapter, and it can be used to charge other devices. The battery is a 2000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. It's an 18650. So if you had to, you could charge your cell phone or something, a smaller device like that. I tested this out a little bit, and I wanted to go through some of the pros and the cons, some of the things I liked and some of the things I didn't like. All in all, it's a cool flashlight because it's just got so many different options. I'm sure there's others out there that are kind of like this flashlight, but really an all-in-one kind of flashlight is pretty tough to find. So what I want to do is I'll just go through a couple of the things that were kind of a little bit of a negative. I don't want to say I didn't like them, but kind of a negative to me. One is this plastic cover over the solar panel. I know that's pretty tough. You can't make it out of glass, but the plastic to me could be made a little bit stronger. And on the website, it states that it's a 2000 milliamp hour 18650 lithium ion battery, which is great, but you can't, or at least I can't, open it up to get to the battery. So that means that once this battery's dead, I've either got to try to get this open without damaging it, or the flashlight's just kind of done at that point. Now, it's LED lights and it's a lithium ion battery, so it's probably going to last a while, so that's not a huge deal in the foreseeable future. I'd just be able to see what kind of battery it is, replace it with the battery that I know is going to have a long shelf life. Also with the lithium ion, this isn't really a negative, but it is what it is with lithium ion batteries. With lithium ion, they have a high, not a high discharge, self-discharge rate, but I think it's around 20% where it's got a self-discharge rate. So after 6 months or so, if you put it in your bug out bag, your glove box or whatever, you're going to have to top this off every once in a while. You could leave it in, on your dashboard where there's sunlight and it'll just, top it off itself since it's got the solar charger. But not the greatest idea when, you're parking somewhere and have a flashlight sitting on your dashboard. The other thing, which was a little bit off-putting, was the price to me just seems a little bit high. And I know it's hard to find something like this, and it's got everything in it. It's just that, not that this isn't worth it. There's just a lot of other things that I can think about that I need more than something like this at that price point. But again, it is what it is. I think it's worth it. It's just, if you're willing to pay that, or you can pay that. And then finally, the last thing is, and I don't know, another way of doing this, but the protector here, I do like the fact that it's got the button protector, so it doesn't just turn on. Say it's in your bug out bag or in your glove box or whatever. It can't just turn on and drain the battery. I can see this being lost at some point, and then this could get turned on and get drained. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty cool. You plug in the USB in the back here, in the charging port right there. You've got the small micro USB, and then you can plug this into your computer, into a charger, whatever you need to do to get that to charge. Now, if you want to charge something with this, it's got to either be this micro USB port. So you plug that into here, and then you would plug that micro USB port into something else. Or if you've got a charging cable, say for your phone, like my phone is a Type-C, it's got the USB port on it, so it'll have the correct end. So you can charge just about any device as long as it takes a USB charge. When I tested out the flashlight itself, I completely drained it. It took a while to completely drain it. What happened was it didn't just just stopped working. The light slowly started to dim down, and that's part of the lithium ion battery. As the charge in the battery gets lower, that voltage gets lower, so that's what you're going to get. And I left it out in the sun after that for about 4 hours, and it did charge, but I'm thinking it was probably, and I don't have a battery tester, I can't get the battery out of here to test it, but I'm thinking it was probably 20-30% at that point that it actually charged up. So the solar panel is not going to charge this flashlight at full power, and this goes for every small little solar chargers or anything like that. They're not going to charge them to full capacity. It's more of an emergency type thing. Now, this solar panel is a little bit better than the ones you'd get on the little square solar chargers, but again, it's not going to charge it full. When it is full, though, it's pretty bright. I tested this out outside in my backyard when it was on full power, full charge, and then I also tested it after that, after just putting it on the solar power, and it still works. You can still see. You know, you don't need in any sort of situation, you don't need that, you know, full floodlight type stuff. This is definitely going to do its job. The flashing lights here, this is kind of cool. The you know, these flashing lights, I guess if you're in a car accident, something like that, that's definitely going to get somebody's attention, especially with the red and blue. Now, one thing I did like is the magnet here. If you need to work on your car, say it's at night, you get a flat tire or something happens, a hose busts in your engine, this magnet, you can just stick that magnet on your hood of your car, and it's opposite of these lights right here. So if you need those lights right there, you just hook this magnet up to your car right there, and you've got light into the engine. That is pretty cool. I could turn this off here. And then the glass breaker, the seatbelt cutter, a really cool flashlight all in all. On the website, it says that it's got a compass on the end right here. I don't really care about that. I don't trust those compasses anyway. I think it's kind of gimmicky. So that doesn't bother me at all. All in all, it's a cool flashlight. I really like the flashlight just for the fact that it's got, you know, it's kind of an all-in-one type flashlight. It's got a bunch of different light modes. It's got the emergency lights. It's got the siren. It's got the magnet is very cool if you need to work on your engine or, you know, something like that. As long as you've got metal to connect it to, you're good to go. Like I said, there's a couple things that I think it could be made a little bit better, but all in all, I mean, it's a cool flashlight. If you've got the money and, you know, you want something like this, I think it's pretty tough to find something that's got all of this, that's not just a flashlight. Now, as prepping, we probably have, you know, 15 different things that we can do the same thing with, but it's kind of cool to have one piece of gear that we put in our bug out bag, we put in our console, our glove box, or wherever that can be used. Great for camping too. If it gets, you know, you can leave it sitting on a picnic table or out on a rock all day long out while you're fishing, and you'll have some charge with it. But anyway, I'll leave a link to the SHTFPrepare website where you can find this. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment below. But we will talk to everyone later.